Hello, Trinity Force listeners. I'm sure you've heard 100 other podcasts talk about underwear. I won't name them. But I've got a better deal for you than any other that is going on out there. BuddhaBoxers.com. BUDDHA Boxers.com. Using code TrinityForce, that's all one word, all lowercase, you'll get 20% off your total order. Buddha Boxers are made from bamboo and provide more air circulation than your run-of-the-mill, or premium, underwear. They help wick away the sweat, they leave you feeling comfortable, and they make you feel amazing after a long day of gaming. Personally, I sit in an office chair all day, and then I come home, and I do the podcast, and I play in my office chair all night, and Buddha Boxers have left me feeling more comfortable than any store-bought pair of underwear that I've ever worn. Hell, I'm wearing a pair right now, and I feel fantastic. When I wear them, it's like having a million little angels hug my legs and make me feel way better and more comfortable. For under $20 a pair, with free shipping, using code TrinityForce, you'll be in the most comfortable state of nirvana that you've ever been in. So please go check out Buddha Boxers, BUDDHA Boxers.com, using code TrinityForce for 20% off your order. You will not be disappointed.
Hello and welcome to Dark Spell, a Rules Light D&D live play podcast brought to you by the Trinity Force Network. Join me, Dungeon Master Machinorum, as I take our adventurers through a homebrew D&D campaign every Friday. Follow the show on iTunes or the Trinity Force Network YouTube channel. Just search Dark Spell Podcast to find us. If you love the show, follow us on Twitter at DarkSpellPod, that's P-O-D, and leave us a review on iTunes. Both really help our show gain new listeners and grow. So where we last left off, the party of four if you count Tukers. They were a party.
You do have to count Tukers now.
It's a party of four. One more and we're a party of five. It's a party torn asunder. Bingle and Tukers seemed to be swallowed up by the forest, and unbeknownst to the rest of the party, they were safely in the presence of a strange woman in the woods by the name of Rose, who was taking Bingle around to learn about the woods. We did find out, however, that it's been a full week of time since Bingle was taken to when we kind of caught up with him, and we've now been learning what Maolog and Kolgrim have been doing in this meantime. We now kind of come to the end of that week as Maolog and Kolgrim settle down for their final night before they approach the coast, the southern coast of the Styx.
Thank God.
Yeah. You guys, who's going to take watch for the night?
I do.
All right, roll it for me.
Perception, let's go, baby. It's a 9.
So you get no rest on this night. The whipping wind of the storm outside, now closer than ever as you're right by the water. The crashing waves, and knowing that just the night before, your companion, one of your companions, Lucas, was captured by a party of goblins. You stay up the whole night, which means you don't get the opportunity to rekindle your connection with your spirit bear. The connection which strained anyway because it lasted much longer than it ever has just to arrive you here. You're exhausted, but you don't get the rest you much desire.
Okay.
But soon enough, daybreak happens, and you guys are just a short walk from the coast.
Let's rather stealthily take that short walk to the coast.
Okay. So you guys creep up this small hill that leads towards what seems to be the end of a ledge overlooking what you would presume to be the ocean below, and what you discover is a sheer wall. You're a couple hundred feet up from the ocean, and the waves are cracking below you. There are sharp rocks protruding not only from the base of this hill, but also further out into the ocean. And as you kind of take a moment to take in this scene, you see a bit further down the coast, it breaks off into a natural slope built up over time from, you would presume, landfalls. It's a sandy shore that leads down to a small beach where a ship, or at least a rather large piece of a ship, is washed up to the side.
Alright, describe the ship to me.
It is the back half of the ship that you've been missing, the completed piece. Albeit it's a lot smaller than you thought it should have been, but just by looking about, you can see that this piece didn't really fare as well as the others. There are chunks of wood and metal washed up on the beach and sort of covering the entire area of the water. As the waves roll in, you can see the floating debris forming with the waves as they come into shore.
Do we notice any other activity? Okay, we see a ship. Is there a ladder leading down to it? Is it clear that anyone's even been anywhere close to it?
Yeah, does it look like anybody's been here?
From this distance, it's hard to tell. You're still a couple of 100 feet, maybe even a few thousand feet away from where the ship itself is, and you're also very high up. But you can see it off in the distance. I'll assume you guys kind of move down in that direction.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. As you approach, you really see no signs of life. I'll say that you get to sort of the top of the hill where the boat, the part of the boat rather, is sort of washed up onto shore. At this point, if you wanted to begin looking for tracks or any kind of other points of investigation, now is as good a time as any.
Yeah, I will do that. That's a 21.
So what you can see is a single pair of tracks that lead away from the ship and head up towards the woods. They're a wide set foot. Your best guess would be a dwarf.
Oh, shit.
Thank God we found Denon. Alright. Or it could be Bingle, right? Hey.
So
Okay.
do we just
I've
say
never
fuck
heard
the
someone
ship?
so excited.
Okay, so there's tracks leading from the ship. They seem to be dwarven tracks. I say we go down to the ship and see what's what, and then try to follow the tracks.
That makes sense to me.
Let's go.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for goblins and other evil doers who might be the reason that Denon or other dwarf left the ship.
Okay. So you approach the ship, and sure enough, there are no signs of life. There is scattered debris, much worse than you've seen from other places. Your original ship crash, you were mostly intact with a lot of debris, but for the most part, now putting the pieces of these different ships together, you are mostly intact. The front end of the ship seemed to be in a similar sort of state, but this one seemed to fare much worse than the others. All that remains of the central hull is the hardened metal frame of what remained. And deep within the ship, you can see about half of what was Denon's sort of chambers, with piles of rubble just kind of stacked up in each corner. If you could imagine a room cut in half, that's sort of what you're looking at this point.
Fuck, I wish I was there.
Well, if that's all that's there, I figured we'd go follow the tracks.
What was in the back of the ship again?
Denon's chamber, and then on the actual top deck level, it was just open.
The on the ship, does it look like there's the bodies of anyone else?
There's a pile of rubble in the corner of one of the ships that is really the only thing you can quite see. There was furniture in this room before. You knew there was a chest made.
Well, I'm gonna go check the chest then.
Okay, so you look in the room for anything that's possibly left. Why don't you give me an investigation check just to see what you can poke around and find?
I'm so shit at investigation. That's a 9.
So with a 9, you mostly see rubble. It's piled up in this corner, and it is otherwise sort of just crumpled up. But you do see a hand. A small one.
A little tiny hand. Oh. Alright, let's go dig it out.
All right, why don't you give me a strength check to see how adept you are at clearing out the way?
Oh yeah, fuck that. I'm making Kolgrim dig it out.
Yeah, I'll strength.
We're rolling a lot, I feel
yeah,
like,
we
in
are.
these past couple of episodes.
Strength. Let's say. And you know what? I'm going to use my once per day. You can channel the strength of the bear to gain advantage on a strength check. So I'm doing that.
It's a choose your own adventure on.
Oh,
that
it's
one
or it's one or the other. Oh,
you haven't.
Fuck it.
You haven't.
All right, never mind.
Right, you haven't quite recharged your ability.
Okay.
To do that.
I didn't realize it was one or the other. That's fine.
But that is a cool effect that
It
we
does
haven't
not
really
matter.
addressed yet.
I rolled a 22.
Okay,
Hot
so
damn.
the 22, you lift up this rather large, sort of part of the hull that was kind of covering this larger area of debris. And you see this small body of Angus, dead for quite some time now, but a similar kind of pox to him. It reminds you of what you saw when you were with the bears.
Oh, fuck.
In his hand, however, not the one you saw sticking out, but in the other, you see some odd cuts as you see pieces of a vial of some sort.
Oh, it's my fucking purple shit vial. I knew it. You were going to take a great decision of mine and turn it around to haunt us.
Probably
Fuck
the worst
you,
decision
Mott.
you've had.
Fuck you, Mott. That was a great choice.
Did you bring this to the island?
No, I gave it to Denon.
Denon looked at him and was like, "Why the fuck do you have this?"
And I'm like, bitch, you ain't explained no shit to me. Here you go.
You killed Angus.
Nearby the
fuck
body,
Angus.
as you continue to move this debris, you do see the chests knocked open, but not empty.
What's in it?
Inside, you find just papers.
Oh, great.
A journal of some sort and some papers.
Say anything important?
Mostly the paperwork you find in the journals you find are highly damaged, either by the water, by blood, or just by being torn in the chaos that the ship went through. But what you can see within are a couple of important notes. You see a list of names, 2 lists of names. One labeled Known Dark Magic Associates, and the other listed as possible recruits.
Bingle Beastfoot.
Listed under the known dark magic associates, you see the names Tiberius Nomal of Breakwater,
That's a great name.
Finnel Blunder Scrapes
I swear to God, if you say Revan, I'm
That's
gonna
my cousin.
fucking shit.
That's my cousin. Let's keep going.
of Warrengate, Runai, the South Sea Blades, last known in Port Haven Core, and then a chill washes over Maolog as he reads the Order of the Immortals.
Yo, let's fuck him up. Where's my goddamn sigil I paid good money for?
Under the list of possible recruits, you see a list of names with some basic information about them. You see the name Kolgrim, human, strong, and resourceful, from the Bear Islands. Encountered magic and prevailed. Signet was given and retrieved, currently on assignment. You continue to read, and you see Bingle Beastfoot, gnome, eccentric and strong-willed. Stood against the dark magic and an unknown foe, deadly. It's kind of circled. Signet given, retrieved, currently on assignment. You see a number of more names. Some are crossed out with a black ink. Others are noted with the word deceased. But you continue to read. You see Maolog, human, young and full of potential, devoted but headstrong. Survived an onslaught of the Order of the Immortals. Signet given and retrieved. At this point, you see a few other names. Mora Fairbanks, halfling, quick and crafty. Assisted in the infiltration of the Order of Immortals, currently on assignment. Durgan Stonerank, dwarf, pious, just. Demanded to join our ranks, currently on assignment. Zeranos Fingard, half-elf, charismatic, brilliant. Devoted agent of the Red Rose. Signet given, found, pawned off in a vendor in Arcarni. Zerana Fingard, half-elf, strong-willed, safeguards her devious brother. Signet
I just want to throw out, this is making me feel like the beginning of Two Towers, and I'm falling asleep.
unreturned. Tulane Dragscald, Dragonborn, loyal and level-headed.
Oh wait,
First-
that's a race. Never mind.
First mate
sorry.
of the Fat Lord.
Sorry.
Last seen at Port Haven Core.
The Fat Lord, isn't that... Am I allowed to comment on this shit? I feel like I shouldn't.
You can certainly chime in out of game if you want.
That's the guy that... isn't that going to be one of the Dragonborns that we dealt with? Wasn't the Fat Lord that boy?
Everyone was just fucking gasping at that moment. Tulane. First
Roger
mate
that.
of the Fat Lord.
Nice. Wait, didn't I kill him?
Harold Stormwright.
No, I
you didn't.
slapped him. Did I slap him, or did I slap a different one?
You slapped her brother.
I slapped the
No,
brother.
Tulane was the nice one.
I slapped the brother.
She's probably maybe the only reason you guys are alive right now and not killed
So
by a
she's
bunch
on
of
our
pirates.
side, man.
Well,
No.
maybe.
I slapped
Harold
everyone.
Stormwright is the final name on the list. Human, brilliant but proud, top knowledge in dark magic history, refuses to join the order. Last seen on the east side of Arcana at a dig site. And the rest is completely illegible, but quite a bit of information out of that journal.
Take
when
the
it
journal.
said deadly
I
with a
take the
circle around
journal.
it, was that talking about Bingle?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
I take the
Talk
journal.
about your proclivity to kill things.
I domed shit in that.
Yeah, I think it has less to
Intro.
do with you actually being deadly and more to the fact that you actually kill things.
Kolgrim and Maolog, one minute you were in a boat on the coast. Now you're in a tree by a pond. Bingle's there with Tukers, and there's a girl Bingle, and she's yelling at Bingle. She says, "Listen, I
Hot
got your
damn.
stupid friends. I found them. They were right on the coast. They're fine. They didn't even go near the goblins. They went kind of near the goblins.
I got the journal, right?
Yeah, you have the journal.
Yeah, I got the journal. Hey guys, maybe this won't backfire like me collecting purple stuff in a vial. This is good news.
Ideal.
Journal of Recruits. Journal of Recruits.
I will copy pasta that
Denon.
over to you.
Boom. Cool. All right, I've got it in my thingy.
What do you guys do, man?
Yeah, wait, what the fuck?
Bingle and this other gnome are arguing with each other.
Okay. This is not the weirdest thing that's happened involving Bingle.
That's not actually them. I don't believe you.
How did we get here?
I brought you here? Duh.
And you are...
Rose?
Wait. Can I look through the journal and see if I see her name again?
Stop reading books. It's not going to get you anywhere. And no, you don't.
Okay. First of all, how dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you?
You guys are jumping around my woods like you own the place. No one owns the woods. They're not even mine. They're just my friends.
Who are you?
I'm Rose of the forest. At your service. And
Of what forest?
The forest in a different place, not where we are.
Okay, so you're...
Where did you guys go? You were just there like 3 seconds ago, like not even an hour and a half ago.
You seriously disappeared off into the trees. You just disappeared off into the trees. You raised...
But it's only been like an hour and a half.
And we've been having a great time.
It's been days.
Hold, Bingle. Remember the squirrels?
I do remember the squirrels.
That was dope. And the two of you laugh.
I don't laugh.
Okay, this is... One Bingle was terrifying enough. 2 Bingles is
Why
a
aren't
little
you guys
concerning.
happy to see me?
We are happy to
alive.
see you.
We're just very confused about what's going on. And the fact that you happen to have this, like, kindred spirit thing going on with this girl who magicked us apparently out of a ship, and now we're suddenly here. Can you explain to me why you took Bingle away from us, and now why we're all here, and where is here?
Here, I'll go in reverse order. Here is the sticks. This is the woods. There's trees, and there's plants, and little animals and stuff. That's what the woods is.
Okay.
You're here because Bingle wanted you to be here, and he wouldn't stop talking
But how
about
did you
it.
bring us here?
Magic. And she puffs a little like green spore into the air that quickly appears and then dissipates.
It's not magic, it's just weed.
Oh, trust me,
Isn't that magic?
I've got stuff. I've got stuff you've never even tried before. Please, Maolog.
I mean, I'm straight edge. We're good.
Okay. Oh, and I took Bingle because I wanted a friend, and it's been a while since I've seen another gnome.
Well, rather
Guys,
than taking
guys,
Bingle, why
guys,
don't you
did you
come
know-
with us?
Did you guys know this whole time?
No, what?
Did we
Did
know?
you guys know that I'm a gnome?
Wait,
I like the damaged ones. She kind of winks.
You're a gnome? And I look at Maolog.
I just shrug. I just straight up shrug. I don't see race.
I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what's down, what's up, what's hot. I don't know what's warm. What's warm?
I regardless of what he's talking about, Rose, we have another friend that's somewhere in the woods. Would you be able to find him?
The dwarf, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The other
He's
dwarf.
cool. He's got that sweet stick, the rock on the end of it.
Where is he?
He's not here anymore.
But you found him.
Oh, yeah.
Was he all right?
Yeah, he's good. He's great, actually. Really wants to get rid of that dark purple stuff. Which, hey, I'm all for. Kill a bunch of bears.
I was kidnapped when I was like a baby. What?
Hey, Bingle. Remember Denon?
Yes?
I think it's a good time to go find him.
I want to find Denon.
Let's go find Denon.
Let's
Rose,
go find Denon.
could you send us as close as you can to where Denon is and point us in the right direction?
Oh, I know exactly where he is now.
Where is he?
He's in Severin. The stupid human town. On the other side of the river.
How did he get there?
He walked.
Can you teleport us there?
Nope.
Honey?
Outside of my bounds. Forest is kind of my thing.
Can you teleport us as close to Severin as we can get, or at least as close to a place where we could walk to Severin relatively safely?
Well, okay. Walk to it? Sure. Safely? No.
Okay. What
you know
would be
that
in the way?
storm thing, right?
Yes.
That's messing up all sorts of stuff.
So how did Denon get through?
Well, I helped him, but our little goblin friends took my idol. It's a little red stone that I use to channel some of my more potent magics. I was able to help Denon cross the stream, but when I came across that stupid little goblin camp, well, maybe they got the better of me, and I lost the stone. So,
If
You
we
lost the
help you
what?
get the stone back,
there he is. There's my boy.
all right,
Don't finish the thought. Don't leave us in suspense.
you'll help us.
Hell
However,
yeah.
I take it it's that goblin camp by the deceased tree in the middle of the woods.
Yep. She claps her hands, and you are poof there.
Oh.
You are
Is she
pretty
with us
much
still?
no.
God
you
damn
are
it.
about 100.
Kolgrim,
You're
you needed to
about-
make sure she stayed with us. Fucking hell.
Well, you know what? I wasn't expecting her to just poof
Wait, she
us.
just-
out of nowhere.
You're
She
a
just
couple
gave
hundred.
Up, she gave up her Bingle boy that easily?
You're a couple hundred feet away. You're sort of similarly positioned where you were before when you were overlooking the camp. And Rose is kind of like she's nearby. She didn't disappear quite yet. She's nearby, kind of huddled up on a tree on a branch, and she's kind of looking down at you, Bingle, and she's got her hands wrapped around her stomach, which you notice, Bingle, is a little bit
Sweet Lord.
bigger than normal. It's kind
Oh,
of bulging
sweet
outwards.
Lord.
And she goes, Bingle, do it for him.
Oh no!
And she looks at you in the eyes, but then Tukers comes flying out from underneath her robe, and she just like is dying over laughing as she disappears into a poof of green magic, green leaves.
That was
and
actually a
spores.
quality goof. That was actually real. I'll give that a 9 out of 10.
So you boys are outside the camp.
God damn it, guys. I thought I got someone pregnant.
Oh my god.
Could you guys imagine?
I don't.
You as a
How-
father.
How would I do my
don't-
stealth rolls with a
don't want
baby?
to. I don't want to. Could you imagine sending your baby into battle and then shooting your knot thingy?
What does that mean?
I'm just saying. Seems like a bad idea.
So
Let's go get
from-
this stone.
From where you guys are up on this hill, Kolgrim and Maolog, you'll remember this fortress well. You can see some of a little bit more detail now that it's a bit of a brighter light than you were at before. Currently on position, the primary entrance has 2 goblins guarding it. But up on that rampart that you saw before, you can see 3 archers in position. Not looking particularly active, just kind of hanging out. But you can clearly see quivers and bows and all sorts of nonsense.
So wait, where are we in relation to the goblin camp?
You're a couple 100 feet up on a high hill that overlooks this camp. What you can see is the entrance, those high walls as described before. The second tier up with that same level of unclarity. But you can see on the rampart now, clear as day, that there are three goblin archers up there.
You said it was hastily put together. Have they cleared a field in front of it, or is it possible to sneak up on them?
You could sneak pretty well, depending on how well you sneak.
Well, why don't we send Tukers and Maolog up ahead, because they can maybe stealthily take out those two boys there, and then I can shoot the people up top with an exploding arrow.
Yeah, I've got decent stealth. I think that's the best plan. Is
And
you
then,
hit a mark?
and then
You mark.
Kolgrim should just fucking barrel through that doorway.
You just tell me where to stand.
Hot damn
yeah.
fog of war. All right, we got 20 goblins. If our count from last time is right, we can take out 5. That leaves only 15, which leaves 12 for me and 3 for Kolgrim. So this should be good.
All right. Tell me exactly what you're doing. You're going to approach the entrance here stealthily?
Yeah, so no, Tuker's going to circle left, and then I believe Maolog is going to circle
Yeah, I'll circle
right.
the other direction. If Tukers can go for
All
their
right.
throat so they don't make any sound, and I'm just going to punch this guy like
Roll
in
me
his
roll
neck.
me a stealth check to see how quickly you approach,
All right, let's fucking go.
how well you
15.
approach.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's not bad.
Oh no!
Tukers rolled a 4.
No,
Wait, I can...
yeah.
No, that's your Bingle roll. Isn't it? Is that
Nope,
Tukers?
that's the Tukers.
Okay, well, Tukers just needs to be a distraction. He doesn't actually have to get the kill.
No, I mean, like, I'm not gonna... Rolling 2 stealth checks like that is pretty boring.
Bullshit.
I'm just gonna say, like, Maolog leading the way, Tuker's following behind. So you very craftily approach this camp, and you can tell that these goblins aren't, like, super into being guards. They're kind of just sort of sitting there, kind of roasting in the heat of what is a very smelly,
In the heat of the moment.
a very smelly area. The sun, like the direct sunlight, is over this area in this grove, is quite daunting to you. It's crazy because you've been sitting in this low light area this whole time, but now you're in this much brighter zone, and it's hot and it smells bad because of all of the goblins. But you sort of use these two factors to your advantage, and you get the drop on these two boys. Why don't you, Bingle, roll me an attack roll for Tukers and with advantage, and Maolog, you do the same.
Tukers is going to swipe at the throat. Actually, he's just going to barrel forward and jump at the throat with it and bite it.
Okay.
That's a 14 for bite.
Okay.
And I got a 14 as well.
All right.
And I'm going for another, like a throat punch, like stop arteries,
Okay.
disconnect.
Roll damage for me.
I gotta roll 6.
I rolled a 6 as well.
Okay.
Strange.
Nice.
Strange. So both of you kind of roll in and slam on these two goblins, and you knock them down, but not out. And they're kind of writhing on the ground as you've sort of sacked
Bingle
them.
has while they were going forward, he had an arrow slung.
Okay, I will give you one shot at one of them.
One shot.
Oh, I was muted. Right as they went in, the plan was that Bingle was going to fire at the top peeps.
Oh, that is true. I will give you that.
So, like, I needed to roll for that too.
Yeah.
On first turn during combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet attacked.
Yep.
Also,
So roll with advantage. What were you rolling?
I'm gonna roll my longbow. Actually, I'm going to cast. I'm going to use Hail of Thorns.
Yeah. No.
I can do both.
No, you can't. It's a
Okay.
bonus action.
Hail of Thorns.
Yep.
I'm going to roll my longbow here. Oh, I'm aiming at the one in the middle.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Yep. That's a hit. Roll damage.
That's 12 damage.
Okay.
damn.
You hit that
Plus-
dude square in the temple, and he goes down with a thud.
Oh, sick. Okay. Deadly, boys. Circle that. In addition to the normal effect, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw
Okay. Let me roll that really quick.
for each of them.
I'm just going to use the one roll for both.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Spell save 12. Spell attack bonus 4.
Okay, so they dodge out of the way.
What's the spell attack bonus?
So they take
If
half
you're
as
gonna-
much damage.
Yeah. Roll whatever it is, like a, what is it, like a D...
1d10.
Yeah, 1d10.
The spell attack bonus doesn't just add to it.
No.
Oh, shit. So it's half of 7.
It's 4.
Okay. So these boys take
So that's 16 damage each.
the...
Or no, sorry, 4 damage each.
Yes. The shrapnel kind of explodes, and you can see the goblins getting pelted by it, and you hear a flurry of activity from within the camp. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Fun.
15.
I got myself a 7.
I got a 21, but I get advantage, so let me roll again. I got 21.
Okay, wonderful.
Wait, I don't get advantage? What the fuck?
No, I get it because of my natural
Yeah,
explorer
your trait.
ability.
I got you.
Rangers are dope, bro. I get a pet.
Okay, so top of the order, Bingle, you see the explosion go off, and you see a flurry of confusion and excitement as you see a lot of motion in the camp. But
Oh shit! I gotta roll an initiative for Tukers.
oh
Sorry
yeah,
to
roll
interrupt.
for Tukers.
I should have let you fucking finish your sentence
Get the
before.
Took book. No, get him in.
Two.
That's a 14.
You got to
I
roll
thought he
his
just
initiative.
Went on your turn.
I did roll his initiative.
Oh, is
Yeah.
his? Okay.
Yeah,
it
it's
says
two
it
14s
says it's
in a row.
Bingle speaking because I'm logged in as Bingle.
Oh, true. Okay. Bingle,
But
it's
you
still
can see
your
that
turn.
it says 0. You see how it says 0 next to it instead of 4?
Gotcha.
The initiative.
That's how you know it's
itself,
Yeah. Bingle,
All right.
Does he have
it's-
his own turn, or does he just go on your turn?
Gets his own turn.
even
he
if
acts as a
even,
fourth member of the
honestly,
party.
even if that's the way that Unearthed Arcana isn't supposed to work, I don't care. That's the way it's going to work in this game because I played a ranger.
No, that's how Unearthed Arcana works.
Yeah.
I made sure I read it again.
I played a ranger where you couldn't do that, and it was the most boring thing ever.
Gotcha.
And my wolf went away, and I didn't care that much. So
All right, I'm going to take aim. I'm going to put Hunter's Mark on the archer on the left,
okay,
and then I'm going to take aim and fucking shoot him.
do it.
That's a critical miss.
Okay. So your shot sails wide, and you lose your footing a little bit as the explosion
Fabulous.
kind of got you excited, and you roll down. You roll down this hill. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 10.
Okay, you take 2 falling damage.
Get
Fabulous.
Maolog, it is your turn.
Hell yeah, it is. All right, so we've got two guys writhing on the floor.
Yeah, they're
Alright,
they're getting back up to their feet.
Nah, one of them isn't. Unarmed strike. 14.
That is a hit.
6.
He is down.
Down and
Bodied.
out.
Nice.
I should
I'm gonna
note.
move.
I should note that as this As you kind of pick your head up, you notice an additional goblin sort of further into the camp.
Can you see me?
He definitely sees you.
Okay.
Pooh-hoo.
Okay. So Maolog, you
there?
run up and you just body this goblin.
Yeah, I'm not even running up. I'd already knocked him down.
Yeah.
I just finished him as he was getting back up. I would like to now move to the next target, which is the guy on the west side, the left side, as he's getting up.
Okay. So you use your bonus. You use as a bonus action. He's pretty close by, so you just kind of shift yourself 5 feet, and you go to take another unarmed strike against him.
15.
That's a hit.
7.
Okay. With a similarly satisfying crunch, you punch him out, and he falls to the ground dead. At this point, Tukers is sitting on the ground and awaiting sort of instruction from Bingle.
Fuck. I don't know if I want to just... Yeah, fuck. Tukers, onward!